Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy.
Italian lifestyle, Italian design, Italian culture in London. This is The Italian Factor, and I am Gabriella, your host, joining you in this journey of Made in Italy.
Italian style.
Quite fashionable. Very chic.
Buongiorno. Italian people as being quite friendly, quite outgoing.
They have a slower pace of life.
Grazie, tutto bene.
It is an amazing country.
I think Italian food is really easy on the palate.
Italians are definitely beautiful, oh for sure.
Alessandro Borghese, an important Italian chef, once said, "Cucina, un posto straordinario, perfetto per le invenzioni, il posto giusto dove usare l'ingegno", which in English means the kitchen, an extraordinary place, perfect for inventions, the right place to use one's ingenuity. Today we will be talking about these kitchens, and with us is Nick Waterton, UK agent for Aran Kitchens. Welcome, Nick. So, what does it mean to be an agent for an important Italian company that produces kitchens?
It's a big responsibility representing such a global brand. We work in 120 countries around the world, and Aran last year were voted a super brand in Italy. So to represent them in the UK is a massive honour, but it's very enjoyable. We offer beautiful products, and we work with a great team who are very passionate about everything they do.
Why do you think that the kitchen is such an important part of our lives?
I think just going back through history, it's always been the centre of the home. Usually it used to be because it was a warm room, and the smells and the cooking, obviously feeding people. And I think even nowadays it's the centre of the home, is where families meet. We can create recipes and food, share time, meet with the family and sit down and enjoy food, the preparation of it as well as the eating of it.
If we were to use a simile, a house without a kitchen is like?
I would say it's like an art gallery without any art.
You know me by now, and as you'd imagine, my kitchen isn't exactly my kingdom. My fridge, well, that's where I keep my beers, and the oven, well, that's where I keep my old newspapers when I've not had a chance to throw them out. But thanks to the Italian Factor, I've learnt a lot about the kitchen. The evolution of the kitchen. Now, the kitchen has always existed, but it's changed a lot over time. The modern kitchen, with all its appliances, was invented by Abraham Lincoln. Well, that's a half-truth. With the abolition of slavery in the 1800s, housewives would find themselves alone in the kitchen with a lot more work to do. So, with the need to be helped and with electricity taking off, kitchen appliances became a lot more popular. The fridge. When planning your kitchen, always make sure you place the refrigerator away from heat sources such as the oven, and be careful to position it at least 10 centimeters away from the wall, otherwise it may overheat and consume more power. And to save even more energy, never put hot food in the fridge, only room at food temperature, and defrost the freezer. According to research done by Legambiente, 5 millimeters of ice in the freezer is equal to a 20% increase in electricity consumption. The microwave was an accidental discovery. In 1945, Percy Spencer, a self-taught engineer, was working on an active radar when he noticed the chocolate bar he was holding was melting. This got him thinking, and after a few experiments, he created the microwave, which I think we can all agree is very useful indeed.
How has the role of the kitchen in the home evolved over time?
I think we've come a long way from where people used to cook over an open fire with a stove, and it's evolved into people wanting more open plan living, to the modern times where people can share time, prepare food while they talk to their friends and their children are doing homework. But we've seen it evolve into built-in appliances, better storage solutions, and a much wider range of materials and design.
And Londoners, what kitchens do they have?
It varies very much. We offer everything from young professionals who just want a small kitchen for maybe a studio apartment and they've got busy lifestyles, so they may not need as many appliances, right the way through to large family homes where bigger refrigeration's needed, various cooking styles. So instead of just a gas hob, they may want a barbecue, a teppanyaki, induction hob.
And you're able to satisfy all needs?
Definitely, yeah. Aaron offer a huge spectrum of products and they cover most budgets, designs, materials, straight kitchens, curved kitchens with or without handles.
My dear friends, welcome to the part of the episode where I become Mr. Know-It-All and find out how much Londoners know about the subject of today's episode. It's Strictly Come Testing. Are you ready? The largest refrigerator in the world is 27 metres long.
Like a home fridge?
No, false.
I'd say false.
I'm gonna say true.
I'd say true.
False. The largest refrigerator in the world is actually 27 kilometres long, and it's actually a refrigerator for a particle accelerator. Imagine having a refrigerator that big for food or beer. God, imagine 27 kilometres worth of beer. To get rid of any smell in the fridge, you can use coffee.
False.
Never heard of it, so I'm just going to say false.
Ooh, no.
False.
I would say false.
True. All you have to do is put fresh coffee beans inside a clean sock and pop it in the fridge. Although don't do what my friend Matt did. He sprayed deodorant straight into his fridge and that doesn't work. Plus his steak tasted of lavender. In the 16th century, Queen Elizabeth I legally imposed the use of cutlery.
I would say true.
No, that's false.
Yes, so I'd say true.
False?
I don't know anything about history. I'm going to say false.
False. Cutlery was actually introduced to Britain during the Renaissance but didn't catch on immediately. Even Queen Elizabeth I liked to use her hands and she had more than her fair share of cutlery. But the people to start using cutlery from the start, the Italians.
Do you see that there are differences between Italians and Londoners or British people as concerned kitchens?
From the projects I've seen in Italy, they are quite similar, and I would imagine it's very similar. A Rome apartment is going to be very similar to a London apartment. If you live outside of the city, perhaps, you have a larger property, and then you have more freedom to work with the design, maybe larger curves, and maybe a difference in materials.
How important is to listen to the customer?
I could design you a beautiful kitchen, but if it doesn't work, maybe a year down the line you'll be cursing me saying, why isn't this here, and
Yes.
I need to get this from here, and I haven't got enough storage, or so it's the most important thing.
If we were to give our viewers a tip to those that may be thinking about changing their kitchen, what would you suggest?
Find their nearest Aaron showroom, obviously, but perhaps do some independent research. So if you see images in a brochure of materials you like, if you see certain appliances, so get your dream list of appliances, and as I say, if you see certain images you like, and build a design brief of how you live. If you shop weekly, you might not need a big freezer. And then if you give this information to a designer, if he's doing his job properly and he listens to you, then everything else should fall into place. You should have a kitchen that works for you, but is also beautiful.
Hi there, I'm Ivan.
Hi, Alan. How can I help you?
So basically, I've just bought a house with my girlfriend, and it's a lovely house. Obviously, it's a lovely house. She picked it. Basically, I said I get to design the kitchen, and so I've come here to Aaron in a hope that you can help me out because I really don't know where to start.
Sure, we can. We have the latest model, for example. I'll show you. This is Bijou range.
That looks amazing.
This comes with an aluminium frame and 4 millimeters of material applied on it. This material, you have a choice of glass, which is porcelain, which is very impact resistant, it never age, or you can have glass, or you can have a stratified laminate. which is a new model, is an advanced laminate because it's thicker than this.
So I like to, when I'm cooking, I make a mess. I bang around, pots and pans everywhere, dropping knives, like cutlery. I'm thinking, I want something that's resistant.
This is a mix of resin with a real quartz, which is the most resistant material in the world after the diamond. It's very scratch-proof.
Wow.
All right? So you'll never break it.
How about the layout?
Basically, we are trying to have not much distance between the hob, the fridge, and the sink, which are the focus points of the kitchen.
Right.
So we have a wide range of appliances and hob as well. We have this new product, which is the Induction Hob.
Right.
The Induction Hob is something that looks like the ceramic gas hob,
Right.
but it's different in that you can touch it and you never get burned. You spend less money for your bill in electricity because all the power goes into heat.
Right.
We can customize for you any color you want, even your shirt color if you like.
Really?
And this is particularly true for our new model, Volare.
Right.
And it comes in a wide range of finishing and colors. You see? When we talk about design, when we talk about style, functionality, we are talking about Volare.
Right.
All right?
And I like to think of myself as very, very stylish and very functional. So I feel that's a good match for me.
I think this will be it.
Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy. Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy.
Cucina Italiana.
Stylish. Traditional.
Fancy.
Everything's just really clean and
Wide open spaces.
marble tiles.
Hanging herbs, drying spices, drying chilies, all that stuff, hanging garlic.
You are an agent for Aran Kitchens, a very famous Italian company. Aran Kitchens are of great value for money, but of course there will be cheaper kitchens out there. Why would you choose a kitchen that is a bit more expensive?
Aran are very competitive, and we offer most ranges to suit most budgets. The cheaper kitchens arrive flat pack. In the UK, we offer ready assembled kitchens. So although the initial price may be slightly more, you have to pay more for the installer to build the kitchen on site. And there's that reassurance that with a big company like Aran, the service is going to be there, the product's going to be around, we're financially stable. So for example, if you was to purchase a cheaper kitchen, 3 or 4 years down the line, perhaps that kitchen's no longer in production and you're struggling to get replacement parts if there was a problem.
How important are materials that you have already mentioned? And what do they change and what do they determine?
They have a driving factor on the price because some materials are harder to produce than others. For example, porcelain or a glass door is going to be slightly more than a lacquered door, which may be slightly more than a polymeric wrap that we offer. Aran offer now a new product called Phoenix, which is a product that is fingerprint resistant, antibacterial, and if it scratches, you can put a warm cloth on the worktop, iron it, and it repairs itself. And we're always evolving.
Angelo, tell us what requirements do you think a kitchen needs to have?
We take into consideration, of course, all the requirements of our customer. And as you might know, especially the young people nowadays, they are exposed to a lot of magazines, of TV shows, exhibitions. And they're looking for something very trendy, very modern. And especially in London, we have to consider that many houses are very small, very compact.
So it's quite a challenge then for you guys at Aran. Sometimes you must be met with some really kind of like small areas to fill and
yes, it's true, especially in the small kitchen, of course, but even sometimes in the very big ones, because we have to match exactly the way the customer used the kitchen.
And finally, what's the weirdest kitchen you've ever been involved in designing?
A long time ago, I had a customer who required from me a kitchen with a different depth and color for each and any cabinet.
For every cabinet?
Every cabinet.
Wow. How many cabinets are we talking? Quite a lot.
Oh, an average kitchen is about 20-25 cabinets.
Okay.
So you can imagine it was very colorful and awkward, but
like-
at the end of the day, it was pretty good, yes.
Many companies produce kitchens. The main ones are situated in Italy and Germany, is right, no?
Yes.
What is the difference between a kitchen produced in Italy and other kitchens?
It used to be, the analogy we use in the kitchen industry a lot is cars. So people used to say, oh, it's a German car versus maybe a Ferrari. So it's very much that. It's the passion that's involved. The team we have in Arran all take a great pride in what they do. We offer a much wider range of products. We offer curved kitchens, which a lot of German companies don't. But I would say it's the passion that comes behind the design and the reliability. We can make something specially for someone's house. If they have a certain need, we can adapt according to that need.
La cucina è il luogo più importante dove vivere per gli italiani. La cucina rappresenta convivialità, rappresenta condividere uno spazio con gli amici, rappresenta un luogo bello dove vivere. L'Aran è un'azienda con più di 50 anni di attività. I valori dell'azienda, innanzitutto la famiglia, l'etica in tutto quello che facciamo, la sostenibilità ambientale. Tutti i nostri opifici sono dotati di impianti fotovoltaici. Quello che abbiamo cercato di fare con le cucine Aran è dare infinite possibilità ai nostri clienti in tutto il mondo. È molto difficile non trovare all'interno del nostro catalogo, all'interno delle nostre gambe di prodotto, qualcosa che non riesca a soddisfare le esigenze di una famiglia o le esigenze di un compratore. Tutto cercando di mantenere proprio questo Italian Factor che non è altro il gusto del bello, per dirlo in due parole.
What will future kitchens look like in 20 years?
I can't see us coming too far away from open plan living and it still being the centre of the home. And we're seeing more and more now intelligent appliances being brought into the home. So in 20 years' time, we could be looking at kitchens that are very high in appliances that sort of do everything for the customer. I hope it doesn't go too far because we don't want to take away the experience of grandparents cooking with grandchildren and the whole preparation of food. So hopefully it won't go too automatic, but I think it will develop into smarter appliances.
And how important will be the environmental impact?
Huge. It's not just about the materials we use to make the product, it's about the promotional material as well. So Arran have launched an app, so we don't have to send 1,000 brochures to 120 countries every month, and the clients can now look on a tablet and see all the products that we offer. Because we work in this many countries around the globe, we have to follow the strictest guidelines on materials used already, and we're proud to do that. And obviously with the whole recycling, certain woods that can't be used because they're endangered. So this is a huge part in the production of Arran kitchens.
L'ufficio ricerca e sviluppo in Aran è un ufficio molto importante, fatto di circa 60 persone tra architetti ed ingegneri che quotidianamente lavorano sulle verifiche, sull'introduzione di nuovi prodotti, di nuovi materiali. La cucina cover è una novità nell'ambiente cucine. Potremmo quasi definirla sfoderabile, può essere personalizzata o con una delle nostre 30 proposte o addirittura con una foto o un ambiente diciamo particolare che ricorda qualcosa per il cliente, che noi andiamo a mettere su queste pellicole che dopo andranno a rivestire la cucina. Queste pellicole, tra le altre cose, nel corso degli anni possono essere anche cambiate e avere quindi la possibilità di avere una cucina sempre nuova anche a distanza di anni. Abbiamo lanciato svariati contest sui social in più paesi europei che hanno riscosso un buon successo. Molti architetti si sono cimentati nel proporre loro idee per come realizzare queste grafiche per la cucina e alla fine abbiamo premiato quello che noi reputavamo più meritevole. La prossima grande cosa di Aran Cucine è l'inizio della collaborazione con l'architetto Maki Atsuhike, che è stato insignito lo scorso anno del premio Compasso d'Oro alla carriera. Che ha disegnato per noi una cucina da un punto di vista tecnologico veramente innovativa e la cucina si chiamerà Sipario.
Nick, we are coming to the end of the episode, but before we say goodbye, we usually carry out a little test to see how Italian our guests really are. First of all, do you feel Italian?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, when I'm
How
in
many
Italy
times
more.
have you been there?
I go about 3 times a year.
So, you're becoming a little bit Italian. So our test is, you have to repeat a tongue twisters after me. These tongue twisters are very difficult for us Italian too, but I will say it very slowly so you can follow me. Andavo a Lione.
Andavo a Lione.
Coglievo cotone.
Colegno cotone.
Cotone. Tornavo correndo.
Tornavo correndo.
Cotone cogliendo.
Cotone cogliendo.
Nonsense at all, which in English means I'd go to Lyon picking cotton, I'd come back running, picking cotton. Nonsense at all, but you've been very good. I can hear from your accent that you've been to Italy many times. So thank you for being with us tonight. And generally speaking, one last thing. What do you think the Italian factor is?
From my experience when I go to Italy, the team I work with are fantastic and they're very proud in what they do and there's lots of passion. So I think that would be the biggest thing, that they strive for this perfection. But in the same breath, they've obviously got a great culture and a great history. So even though we're driving forward in design, it always tends to be tied to that history and culture. But passion and pride are the biggest thing.
Passion and perfection.
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you so much, Nick. And as for us, there is still a lot to discover about the best of Italian style in London. And remember, if you don't know what makes something special, it's the Italian factor. See you soon. Ciao.
Andavo a Lione cogliendo cotone, tornavo correndo cotone cogliendo. Now it's your turn.
Andavo a Lione.
Andavo a Lione.
Andavo a Lione cogliendo cotone.
Cogliendo cotone.
Cogliendo cotone.
Tornavo correndo.
Tornavo correndo.
Tornavo corrende.
Tornavo
correndo.
coronado cotone cogliendo.
Cotone cogliendo.
Cotone cogliendo.
Experience pure Italian goodness, the real test of Italy.